Hi, good morning all, and thank you so much for joining today's exclusive webinar. My name is Ashish, and today we are doing this exclusive webinar on one of our new theme that's on rising rural demand. That's a small case product. So last time, if you guys remember, this is a series 3. Last time we have done on Shubh Aram, which was for the new customers or the beginners who want to start their investment journey. Then we have done on Small Wonders, which was a basket of small and mid cap stocks. So today we are doing this for exclusively for rising rural demand theme, right? But before I proceed further, I would quickly like to know from my investors who are watching me right now, are you aware about this product, small case, which we have launched? Are you getting it, what I'm talking about? So basis that we will take the session for the day, and the poll will be on your screen now. So this will be on for next 20 seconds. You simply have to select yes or no, and then we'll see what are the results. All right, and here are the results. It will be on your screen now. So still good to know that by now earlier, which was 10 to 15%, have now increased to 33%. So about 33% of our customers are aware about what is the small case thematic portfolios, but still about 67% of our investors are not aware. So with this note, let me tell you, I have a surprise for you all. So we are having Mr. Vikas with us directly from the small case team joining us. So Vikas, I welcome you to this session, and you may please join. And as you can see, we have done the polling, and about 67% of the customers are not aware about the small case as a theme. So if you can quickly let our viewers know what is the small case thought process all about, how it is beneficial for the investors, and then we will talk about our rising rural demand.
Right. Firstly, thank you, Ashish. It's a pleasure being here. Good morning to everyone who's watching. So quickly, a small case is a basket of stocks or ETFs. It's a portfolio of stocks and ETFs, and there's either a theme or an investing strategy behind this portfolio. So rather than investing in single stocks, people can now actually invest in a portfolio directly and as conveniently as they could do with stocks before.
Right. Okay. Okay. So it's basically a theme-based portfolios, right?
Yes, it could be theme based or it could have a strategy. So theme based would be the ones like you just mentioned. Rural demand is a big
Right.
it could be a strategy, which would be, let's say, a popular strategy of, let's say, value investing or smart beta. So a small case could have either a theme or a strategy behind them.
Right. Great. 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 Good to know that. So, talking about this theme which we are going to discuss today, rising rural demand. So, what this theme is all about, and what kind of stocks it is having, and how I, as an investor, if I want to invest in it, shall I invest, or what should be the thought process that I should think as a customer, or I will get benefited.
Sure. So, firstly, let's talk about what this small case is about. As you may know, like consumption is one of the biggest themes in India. A lot of people talk about it. A lot of experts have been talking about it. And within consumption, rural consumption specifically is a very big part of that theme, or the overall consumption theme, because the rural economy is so big in India. It contributes so much to the Indian economy. The rural theme consumption theme is a very talked about investment theme, especially in India. So this is what this small case is about. This small case is about exploiting and benefiting from the increased consumption that people are seeing in the rural economy. I mean, the rural. If actually, if you can, Ashish, show the small case here to the investors, you will also have a quick idea of what we are talking about while I can explain it simultaneously.
Sure. Sure. So, you want me to share the screen? Yeah.
Yeah, we can then have a good idea of what we are talking about.
True
Let
that.
me
So,
switch off.
I'll just immediately share the screen, and here we are. So, viewers, you have to log on to our website hdfcsec.com. Right here, you can see the small case icon on the home page itself. There, you need to then click on login, and by entering your user credentials. And once you get logged in successfully, this is how the interface would be. So what I will do, I will turn off the cam for so that our viewers can have a full screen view. So I'll just turn off my cam as well. So great. So now I'm sure you are able to
Perfect.
see. So here we have rising rural demand, Vikas. So let me just click on it. Okay. So now in this,
And relief programs. Sorry.
Mhm. Yeah, go ahead, Vikas.
The government announced a lot of packages in relief for the farmer. You must have heard that now there's a Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi program where the government is giving 6,000 rupees to farmers annually. There is allocation of 60,000 crore under the MGNREGA scheme. Aside of that, there's a lot of talk about the government planning to digitally connect and build the financial connectivity in the rural economies. Create, move these small towns, give them access, and help the rural economy expand and kind of merge with the urban economy. And obviously, this being an election year, these reforms, the slew of these reforms is even continuing. The farmers are the largest voter base in India, and no matter which party that comes in power or is in the fray, they are all offering something or the other to these farmers. So with all these reforms, right, there will be a lot of companies, there will be a lot more income in the rural economy, and as a result of this income, there'll be a lot more spending as well in the rural economy, and there'll be a lot of companies that benefit from this growth in the rural economy and from this increase in rural consumption, which is
Mhm.
where this small case comes in. This
Right.
small case is kind of made up of companies that will benefit from this increased rural consumption. It doesn't necessarily have to. So this small case, if you can show the stocks and weights, Ashish,
Yeah,
then
definitely. So in order
viewers can notice.
Yeah, so if we click on stocks and weights, this is how these
Viewers
are the
will
stocks which are
notice.
there.
Correct. And as you will notice that, these are stocks that are across sectors. They aren't tied to any particular sector because, the rural economy is very diverse and it is, there's a lot happening there. So there are companies that are across sectors from, let's say, automobile companies that manufacture tractors to
Mhm.
FMCG companies that produce things that, these people in the rural economy consume, from footwear to shampoo. So companies that make these kind of products. So this small case has kind of a very diverse list of companies that are across sectors and industries. But the common theme that they have is that a large portion of their revenue, a large portion of their income is derived from, the products that the rural India consumes. So as consumption in this rural economy increases, these companies will benefit from them, and in turn, the share price is going to increase, and investors who invest in this small case will see good returns, which, if you scroll down, you can kind of see that the historical CAGR has been 25.36% already. And compared to the Nifty, how this performance has been in the long term.
Right. Great. So it is having a CAGR of last 4 years. Average returns are 25.36. That's quite amazing and superb. So it has beaten the Nifty as well in the last
Correct.
four
So,
years. Great. So I'm sure that this give confidence to our
right. So if you
viewers,
would have put
our
100 rupees,
customers. Yeah. So of course, yes. I mean to
yes,
say
that's
this
okay.
give good
So, if
confidence.
you
Yeah.
can,
Yeah. Go ahead, Vishal. Vikas.
kind of show how users can invest in this small case, Ashish. I think our
Sure.
viewers will benefit a lot from that
Yeah.
because
Definitely.
it's a very
Definitely. Yes, yes, yes. Definitely, I will show them. And also, viewers, I want to put across here, if you have any specific questions pertaining to this session, you may ask, because they will be taking a Q&A as well after this. So now let me show you how you can simply put this order in this, right? This is a logged in section. You can see the minimum investment amount out here is 14,142. This is as per again the current market price. Right here, you can see now it has become 14,121. So these are the list of stocks which we have just seen, which is there. Now, the beauty of this platform is that you no need to place so many multiple orders. Just in one click, all the stocks would be purchased. So for that, you need to click on buy small case. The moment you click on buy small case, you will get this screen wherein you can see the weightages of how many stocks depending upon their price, what type of stocks you are getting. You can see out here, right? You confirm the amount. See, recommended amount out here is about 50,000. But again, it depends. Minimum is 14,125. Rest, it is your choice how you want to, what sort of amount you want to invest in it. And then you can click on confirm amount and click on buy, and your order would be successfully placed. That's how simple and easy it is, right? And one more thing I want to add here, that this can be purchased from mobile as well. So I'll quickly share my mobile screen to tell our viewers how you can do it from mobile application. So here we are. So on this mobile screen, you have to, on a mobile application, you simply have to click on more. Once you click on more, just below the research, you can see small case. So once you open this again, it is not within the app, but yes, the link is there. And then there is a different deep ORS login here available. However, it is mobile responsive. So the way we have just seen on our web portal, it is with a similar way, it is available on the mobile app as well. So that's how simple and easy it is. And one more thing I want to add up here. In fact, there was a question I was having, because what is this rebalance? Last rebalance on March 2019 and next rebalance June. So like I'm not able to understand what is this rebalancing system.
Right. So rebalance is a very convenient way. Where the research team that has created this small case, they kind of take a look, reevaluate the portfolio, and see that the stocks that remain in this portfolio are true to this theme. Because what happens is every 3 months, companies release their quarterly statements. Right. There's more updated financial information, and things change over these 3 months. So every three
True.
months, the research team
Uh-huh.
kind of looks at this portfolio again and reevaluates it and ensures that only stocks that remain true to this theme, stocks that are benefiting a lot from the rural consumption, they only end up remaining in this small case. And the ones
Great.
that are not true to the theme, they are kind of
Mhm.
rebalanced and removed out. And new stocks are fitting in this theme, they are put in.
Great. So, what do you what does it mean that every quarter your research team reviews this portfolio, and if any stock, if it is not in line with your investment objective, you will remove them and add the new one, right? That's so
Correct.
how, yeah, great. And the rebalancing, how does it happens? Let me tell to all our viewers, you will receive a notification. It won't happen automatically. You will receive an email, as well as you will receive a notification on this login, wherein it will ask that, rebalancing is available. Once you click on it, then it will show what are the stocks which will be removed, or what will be the stocks that will be added. Once you click OK, then the rebalancing will execute. That is also a single click rebalancing. You don't have to place multiple orders. So that's how simple and easy it is to purchase it, as well as you have been stay tuned, because it is very important in equities when to exit. So for that, we have our research team who is looking into that, and whenever the rebalance happens, you execute it, right? So that's all for now, viewers. I can see a lot of questions coming in, so if you have any more questions, please post. I'll be happy to answer. All right, so let's see what questions we are having. So the first question is coming. Okay, so this is coming from Mr. Jaya Kumar. He's asking what is rebalance and how the date is decided. So I guess, Mr. Kumar, we have just informed, rebalancing means if we think that any stock which is not in line with our investment objective, or as Vikas just mentioned, that their quarterly results are updated, their financial statements are released. So if we feel that there is a removal of any stock and addition of any stock, that will happen then. and the date has been decided. Date is already given. I guess in this small case, the date given is 15th. So 15th, every quarter 15th. So last you can see it was done on March 15th, and right after 3 months it will be June 15th. So that's how it is.
So
Let's see the
one
next.
quick note I'll add here, Ashish, is that we pick a date so that by the time this rebalance happens, most of the companies have announced their quarterly results, right? So that
Oh,
as much as information as possible has been considered when rebalancing is done.
true that. So by 15th of that particular month, mostly all the results are declared.
Correct.
Okay, great, great, fantastic. Let's see the next question. Next question is coming from Mr. Sandeep Kumar. He's asking, what about the minimum SIP amount? So, Mr. Kumar, I think the amount which there is the minimum amount of that portfolio, whatever it may be, which you select. So, at this point of time, it is 14,000. Your minimum SIP amount would be 14,000. If next month, if it becomes 15,000, so it will be 15,000. Right, Vikas?
Actually, Ashish, now it's possible that the minimum investment amount in SIPs would be 5,000 rupees. So the minimum
Okay.
SIP that people do in this would be 5,000. Um, so
Okay, but then what if the portfolio is of 14, 15,000? Then how that will work out?
Correct. So, what usually happens is when rebalancing when doing an SIP, the main idea of doing an SIP is to kind of average out your investments, right? So, stocks that have gone down, you kind of tend to put more money in this. So, what we use is a
Mhm.
very smart way of setting up an SIP, where if you put 5,000 rupees, more of your money goes in kind of those stocks that remain true to this theme, but have a lot more upside potential now because they have uh, their value has kind of reduced in the near future for now. So that's why the amount is kind of it allows us to give lesser amount and put that money in stocks that will help the portfolio grow even more.
To grow even more. Okay, that's really fantastic. That's really great. So now, as low as once you have placed this order, one lump sum you have, anyways, one first order that you have placed, that would be of minimum portfolio value, and the upcoming, the following, forthcoming SIPs, that can be as low as minimum of 5,000, and upper side it depends upon the customer, right?
Yes, that is correct.
That's great. Okay, so now this question is coming by Mr. Bura. He's asking, if we ever want to sell, how do we do it? Can selected stocks from the small case be sold? So yes, sir, the stocks which you will purchase from small case will be appearing in your demat balance. So if you go on Empowered, our web portal, or from mobile application, if you will see, definitely you will be able to see those stocks available there, and you have an option of selling from there as well. But it is advisable not to do that, right? Because if you do that, then the theme of the small case will get disturbed. It is always advisable that you come to this login itself of small case login. I will show you where you can find that. Under your investments, at present in this account there are no investments, but yes, when you do the investments, you can see your portfolio here, you can see that theme here. You click on it, and on the right hand side, at this side, you will be able to see an option of exit small case. So once you click on exit, there can be partial exit available as well as whole exit available. Depending upon your requirement, you can do that.
So I'll quickly add one more point here, Ashish, is that
Sure.
the investor has full control here. So they own the stocks that is there in this portfolio, unlike in mutual funds. And
Right.
they can buy and they can sell the entire portfolio at any time they want. They can select even individual stocks from this and sell them if they would like. Obviously, as you mentioned, it would not be advisable to kind
Hmm.
of tinker around with the portfolio so that it remains true to the theme, but if the investor wants, for whatever reason, they definitely have the ability and control to make any changes that they would like.
That's right. I guess this is actually a very big point, because unlike in mutual fund, you do not have control, but here you have that control. So if you feel that there is a urgent need, or there is a need of it, of course you can execute that. Great. So let's see the next question. Next question we are getting from Mr. Sandeep Kumar. He's asking, I see the index value assigned to each small case team. What is it, and who manages these indexes? So Vikas, index value.
Right. So index value as is just it's like any index. It kind of helps you keep a track of how much that portfolio has grown since the time it was created. So if you if the index value, let's say it at any point when it's created or when you invest, the index value is marked as 100. From then on, you can see the growth in the index value. So if you see an index value of 180, what that means is since the small case was created, it has moved up 80%. In the case of rural demand, the index value is 312 approximately. So what that means is since the index was created, it has moved up by 212.44%.
Great, great,
And
great. So
this
the
this
time
is
it was
how
created, it was on 3rd March 2014. The index value was kept as 100, and post that every year or year on year or month on month, as that portfolio was growing, the index value was accordingly growing.
correct.
Okay,
So like
so if I want to see the absolute returns in this case, so in this case, the absolute returns would be 212%, right?
right. Since this
Okay,
strategy was
since that strategy was launched, that's right. Okay,
correct. So
let's see the
each
next
investor,
question.
when they invest in this small case, right, their index, they get a personal value of index, and that portfolio is rebased to 100. And they can then easily, conveniently see, just looking at the index value, see how much, returns or how much that portfolio has grown. That's the point of that.
Right, right, right. So let's see the next question. Mr. Tarun is asking what are the commissions and brokerages? So definitely, Mr. Tarun, see there would be no additional charges at this point of time. Only whatever is your standard brokerage that will be applied on your account. So the brokerage charges as your normal equity brokerage that will be charged. Sangamesh Patil is also asking the same thing. Any extra fees for the small case? Of course not. As I mentioned just now, there would be no additional charges. It will be only your brokerage. And also, he have asked about the tax details. So I think Vikas, tax details is something which is, if it is a short term, it will be counted as a short term capital gain, and if it is a long term, it will go as a long term capital gain, right?
Exactly. It's like any other equity investment, any
Any
other
other
stock,
equity.
and similarly, taxes would be applicable.
True. So Mr. Narendra was also asking the same question. I guess we have already answered. And considering the time constraint, we'll be able to take maybe a couple of more questions.
Just one more point I'll add there, Ashish, to the previous question.
Sure, please.
Dividend, these stocks that are there in this small case also give dividends, and those are credited to the user's bank account directly.
Okay, all right. That's really great. So we'll take the last question. Let's see what it is. Okay, a good question by Pooja Verma. She's asking also what is the minimum period for which the amount has to stay invested. So I think
Right.
she's asking any lock-in or something.
So there are no lock-ins, Pooja. As we were discussing earlier, you have complete ownership and control. You can, invest in this and exit from the small case at any point. That said, these themes, ultimately this is a long-term investment product. People should keep in mind that in the short run, let's say less than a year or 1 year, returns may not be as high as you see, but in the long run, if you hold it for a good amount of 2 3 years, then your returns will be a lot better, or chances of that is a lot better.
Right. Great. So next question we are getting, it has been asked by Mr. Amrit Khanna. Is asking, do I have to enroll for HDFC Securities? Yes, sir. In order to take advantage of this product, because we have multiple products for our different set of customers, definitely this is one of the most popular product at this point of time, right? So of course you need to enroll for the HDFC Securities 3-in-1 account. So for that you simply have to, you can put the request on our website itself. You can just type in hdfcsec.com and click on open trading account. There you can put some information and your details, and our sales team will get in touch with you. In fact, also I want to tell to all our investors who are watching right now, if you do not hold HDFC Securities account, in order to open this account, you can simply go to website and you can put in your details, or you can give a missed call on 85746 85746. I repeat the number, it's 85746 85746. So once you give a missed call on this number, you will receive a message which will contain a digital onboarding link. So that is a complete, it will take you through your entire onboarding journey, and it will tell you how to log into this account, what are our various products and services, need based, depending upon your interest area. It will ask you what is your interest area, and basis that it will take you further. And also you can place account opening request from this link, right? So and many investors are asking, I've missed out the earlier session, can I watch it again, will the recording be available? So definitely, let me tell you, sir, this recording would be available right after 1 hour. By 12:30 you need to click on the same link. The recording would be available on the same link, and you can watch it in your leisure whenever you want. Any specific questions you have, you can post it across to us on webinars@hdfcsec.com. We'll be happy to answer them. So that's all for now. Vikas, thank you so much for joining us today and taking out this time, and giving such a insightful knowledge to all our viewers. I'm sure this was very helpful for them.
Thank you, Ashish, so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you and have a nice day. Bye-bye. And to all our investors, have a happy, fruitful trading day. Thank you.
Thank you.